Well, good afternoon, everybody at Boones Ferry Primary School. It's nice to see you. My name's Patrick Cyber. I'm your auctioneer for Making Magic Happen, coming up here this week. I'm joined by our auction chair, Abby Flaherty. Abby, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm outstanding. It's finally here.
Yay! So excited.
It is awesome. Hey, I want to remind folks to use that comment window. You can right there on Facebook. Be sure to say hi and tell us where you're from, and write in the comments and the chats. And then also, when you do, feel free to ask any questions that pop up as we go through our agenda today. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I also want to share with folks, and I'll put this up a couple of times as people are coming in a little later as we get going here. But use the hashtag, type the hashtag Making Magic Happen into the comment box. And when we see that later in the program, we're going to have a drawing for a free $25 Amazon gift card to one lucky person watching the show today that typed in Making Magic Happen. So make sure that you type that in the comment for a chance to win, right? So here we go. Hey, Abby, tell us how fired up you are about this week.
We are super excited. We've been planning for almost 2 years because we have it every other year. But super excited that we actually get to have it. We were doubtful in the beginning because of COVID and life situations. So we're super amazed by the community support and the donors, and the baskets this year are amazing. The teachers have been amazing. Almost every teacher donated, every single class donated baskets. Awesome. So there's some super cool teacher time and talent that's going to be on there. So make sure you check that out. And it's one of the first few things in the catalog. So it's super exciting to see that. But we're excited that everybody can participate this year. So even grandparents living in California or Florida, they can participate and get on and bid and support the students and support their grandkids and stuff. So it's different, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, no barriers to entry. I mean, like you said, everyone can participate. There's no tickets to buy, no babysitters to pay, no lines at the bar. One of my favorite things about virtual events, and no dress code. Just come as you are. No worried about whether the curling iron's working. Not really one of my problems, but making sure that everything is ready to go. It's fun to do these events, and as they loosen up requirements, people can gather if they feel comfortable with each other, but that's their choice. And regardless, all you need to do to attend the event is have an internet connection, right? So this is going to be a blast and going to be a lot of fun. Hey, could you for a second share with us a little bit about how the funds are going to be used from this year's event?
Yeah, so Boones Ferry Primary has an amazing opportunity that every child that attends that school can go on any field trip that is offered. So they're literally, like my daughter last year went on like 5 field trips, and so teachers never have to ask parents for money collection. I know when we went to a previous school, we would send money with our kid to school for the different field trips, so we don't have to do that at all. So we're super excited. Teachers never have to collect money. They as long as it fits in their curriculum, then funds like this create that way for every single kid to go. So we're super excited.
That is awesome. That is fantastic. And then our paddle raise, we're going to be funding a pretty cool program too.
Yeah, so that's new this year. Dr. Jensen, our principal, found it. It's been kind of crazy in the past years. When you pick your kids up at school, it would take a super long time. And so this new app is called Pick My Kid. And so depending on how the kids are being picked up, they go to a different part of the campus. And so the teacher on their screen in the classroom, it says how your child is leaving the school. And when you get there to pick them up, you click it on the app, and then it shows that you're in the back pickup line, and the teacher sends the kid to the back, and they get in your car and you're on your way.
Wow.
Super safe too, because there's not random people hanging around. And in the past, teachers had to make eye contact with whoever's picking the kid up, and they had to ask the kid if that was the right person. So now it's all in the app. You can set it to do the same thing every day. So when like my daughter walks home, and so it's set in there and she knows that she's good to go. There is a new feature for next year where the parents are notified once that kid leaves the classroom. So if your child rides the bus to go home, once your child gets on the bus, then you are sent a text notifying you as well. So it's kind of a pricey app, but it is way worth it. Child safety is worth whatever price we have to pay.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
It's for the next 2 years. And so that's going to be an awesome opportunity. And Dr. Jensen actually found it on a deal because we started halfway through the year. So it should be amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun with making magic happen. We're going to have a lot of fun with the event overall. But to realize that not only is it going to help our kids, but to also keep them safe. Wow, what a worthy cause and an inspirational reason for people to support Boones Ferry Primary School auction this year. And speaking of supporting, go ahead.
And it's already on the catalog. So we've already had people donating to that cause too. So if grandma wants to get in and donate to the paddle race, she can do that at this time too.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Hey, let's talk a little bit about the format. I was looking at the one of the Facebook pages earlier today, and somebody had fired up a question. I was laughing, chuckling to myself, this is why we do this show, right? Was exactly the reason that the question was on there. So we want to spend a few minutes and talk about all the different things happening this week and with the auction and how folks can participate. I want to make sure everybody knows as you're tuning in, if you have any questions, feel free, type them in the comments. We'll be able to bring them right into the broadcast. Abby and I can both see those comments and we'll put them on the screen and answer them. And also feel free to just say hi. We love to know who the folks are that are tuned in. And then lastly, I want to remind you, type in hashtag Making Magic Happen. And at the end of the program today, we'll be drawing one lucky winner to win a $25 Amazon gift card. All you got to do is type in hashtag Making Magic Happen in the comment box right there on your screen where you're watching the show. So here we go. All right. So Abby, everything is online this year. Okay. And I think people get a little surprised, but the bidding started today at 8 a.m. and people are already bidding up packages in this incredible auction, raising money for the school. And I always like to remind folks, every bid raises more money for the school, right? So whether you win the package or not, it's irrelevant. You are helping raise money. So get in there and bid, folks. You have an entire week to bid, actually 8 days. Because the whole event will culminate with our main event live stream, which will happen on May 26th, which is a week from tomorrow. So that's Wednesday, May 26th. We'll do that at 7 o'clock. And we'll explain how you'll be able to watch that here in a few minutes. But teacher Whitney Sweet will be joining me as the MC. What a dynamic individual he is. I really enjoyed our visit so far and got a lot of energy. I can imagine he is a very popular teacher there at Boones Ferry Primary, and for all the right reasons. That's awesome. But during that show, Abby, we'll have both our live auction and our paddle raise, as you already mentioned, for Pick My Kid. Very worthy reason that we all need to raise our paddles, and we'll be raising them virtually, but I'll tell you what, it feels just the same. We're also going to intermix some stories and testimonials from parents, teachers, and kids themselves about how they feel and why they feel so strongly about Boones Ferry Primary School. So it's a lot of fun. So folks, the first thing you want to do is go to the easiest way to go to it is go to your normal PSS page, which is boonesferrypss.org. And when you get there, just follow the link. It's the top item on the page. Talks about making magic happen. And that's all you need to do, and you will end up at our auction website, right? And so for a second here, let's just take a look and kind of review this landing page. When you land here at Making Magic Happen, you can see there's some options right up here: catalog, RSVP, donate, to give, share the event on Facebook, always a popular thing. Share it with, and not only just share it, but then tag people, right, Abby? Tag those grandparents that follow you on Facebook. Tag those business associates that always ask you to support their kids' school, right? Make sure that you tag some people when you share it so that it pops up into their feed and they'll get a chance to see it. But As you scroll along here, you can see the silent auction, or basically our online auction, because everything is available on the online auction. But the silent auction runs until 8:15 on the 26th, and then the live auction right up to the live stream. And then we also want to thank, we can't say enough about our donors, right, Abby? I mean, if it wasn't for our donors, it would be difficult to do these types of events.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dr. Seth, Dr. Sinistraro with Sinistraro Family Orthodontics, always a premier, and that's the right term for Sinistraro Family Orthodontics, because as I do these events throughout the region, if we're in this area, he's going to be involved. And I think that speaks volumes about his commitment, not only to his patients and their families, but to the community, and making sure that that everybody knows that Sinistraro Family Orthodontics is doing a great job for the folks in the community, right? And then we want to thank Dentistry for Kids, Edge Family Fitness, Artistic Bliss Portraits, Betty Reynolds, past president of the Oregon School Boards Association, and your silver donors with Divine Complexions and Oregon Golf Club, Bennington Properties. What a group you have here, Abby. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, we actually got another donor that we just put on just a few minutes ago. So if you refresh, it might come up. But Robin Revers, she donated, and she's a gold donor. So she's on there as well now. So we're super
awesome.
excited for her. And
that's
she is donating towards
there she is.
So one of our live auction baskets. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And so big shout out to all of our supporters and donors making a difference in the lives of these young people and their educational experience. Just can't thank you enough for your impressive support. So let's get down to how you get involved, Abby, right? Because that's what we need people to do, is to get involved. And when they do, we need somebody's not going to win. Nobody's going to win this gift card, it looks like, Abby. You better type it in there. You're going to type it in there. Hashtag making magic happen. And we'll know who you are, and we'll be drawing a name at the end of the show today for a $25 Amazon gift card. So I see we've got some viewers, but they're pretty shy people. I'm shocked, Abby. Anybody can type in their name, say hello, tell us how excited they are about the event, and we'll get them on the screen and say thank you. So here we go. I'm sorry?
I said, don't be afraid. Type it in.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Our first one comes in from Boones Ferry Primary School, PSS, right? Is that you? Did you do that?
That was probably Jessica.
Okay, Jessica. Thank you. You're in the drawing, Jessica. So thanks for firing it up, right? Here we go. We're getting going. So I appreciate you chiming in. All right. So the first thing that you want to do when you come to the website, Abby, and a lot of people have already done this, but for those who haven't, they just need to click on that RSVP button to get started, correct?
Yep.
And once they do, then they are going to, in essence, sign up for a single ticket, just a single. It's a zero cost ticket. Like we talked about earlier in the program, there is no charge to participate in the event, right?
Exactly.
And but this will register them to be able to bid, right? Because the system needs you to be a ticket holder. Yep. And so away you go. Now I'm noticing down here below me is some things that you've already done, but am I correct? This part of the program is closed, correct?
They have until the end of today. So you had mentioned earlier, yay, we don't have to stand in line for drinks. You can order your drinks right here and we can bring them to you. So Crew has amazing decadent desserts. So you could order those. There's red wine, white wine, and then a charcuterie dish. So you can order as many of those as you want. And then if you live within 10 minutes of the school, then we'll deliver them to you before the live auction. So
wow.
You have until midnight tonight. Yeah.
Till midnight, and then you will actually deliver them.
Yeah.
How great of a program is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
The charcuterie plates, during teacher appreciation, we got those for the teachers and they loved them, and it lasted a few meals, they said. And then the Luxicure Sucre, those desserts are super good too. And we've used them as fundraisers in the past. So there's lots of little goodies to share with who's ever in the house.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, if I don't live within 10 minutes, because I'm not going to be within 10 minutes when we do the big show, but I want to get one of these, I can still pick them up, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Email. They're living at my house. Email me if you're near the school because I live right by it.
Absolutely. That'll be awesome, right? So that is fantastic. Hey, Jessica Miller, I see your name everywhere. Good to see you. Thank you. And Jessica is in the drawing. And I also understand that it was Gavin. He is in the house. Now, I'm not sure if Gavin is saying that he was PSS, or if he's just a different Facebook user. But Gavin, it's nice to have you. If you want to get in the drawing, type in hashtag making magic happen. So here we go. So once you have completed the RSVP process, then Maggie, it goes back to your homepage, and you'll actually receive a email that you need to confirm your email address, so we know we've got the right person and you didn't make any errors typing it in. Correct?
Yep.
Absolutely. And then you are ready to play the game, as we say. And you can do a couple of different things here. I'm going to focus on right now the auction catalog, right? So I click on the catalog, and here are all these wonderful packages. There's 145 packages. Did I read that right, Abby?
There's a lot. We've been adding. We added some yesterday even. So there was some people that really wanted to donate, and we got it in yesterday. So there's a lot, and we tried to reach all different price levels so that people can support and donate. There's some buy now. So Mod Pizza has some $6 pizzas, and so we have a limited number, so you can buy as many as you want and reserve those. There's another one for buy now. So there's a few different ones where there's limited amounts of them.
So if I wanted to just dive in and see Mod Pizza, I typed in Mod, and there it popped up, right?
Yep.
And so it would take me right to that package, right?
Yep.
And away we go. Okay. And so now I could go into that package, and when I click on it, it's going to give me, because as you mentioned, this is a buy now. So this is a for sale item. You can make the purchase right now, and you can buy $6 package. And what all do you get for that $6? You said
it's either a mod size pizza or a salad. It does expire June 30th, so we're doing them for $6.
Well, and chances are good you're going to be hungry before June 30th. So great opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Great opportunity. But that's how easy it is, folks, to get involved. And if you, once again, here's another opportunity, right? If you
there's only 43 left because I already bought some today.
That a girl. That's awesome. I got a mod right around the corner from my house. So that might be something the Patrick the auctioneer jumps in on too. That's a good deal. And here's another great feature of the software, folks. And because we are having a fundraising event, right, Abby? And because it's all inclusive, because it's online, you don't have to ask people to come to a dinner and come to give up their Saturday night to support the school. This is an opportunity now in this virtual world. Share it with everybody that you know, and you can share it on your social media, not only the event, but also the individual items. As you see one that you think somebody would be really into, if you've got that Mod Pizza fan out there, share it and tag them and have it populate in their news feed. And that would be awesome. So let's do a reset here, and I'm going to go back to all the items because there's a couple of things I want to draw everybody's attention to right from the get-go. I said it earlier, but I want to say it again. Every item, every package is available to bid on now, okay? So when we traditionally come to the event, Abby, we would have a silent auction for maybe an hour or 90 minutes where everybody kind of peruses around, stands in that bar line they don't have to stand in anymore, and they write down their bids on the paper bid sheets, and that would be the silent auction that would close at a set time before we went in to have dinner, right? And then during the dinner program, we would have a list of live packages. Well, in the online world, everything is available for bidding now until next Wednesday, okay? And the only difference is the live packages, and the way you know they're live packages, the first 5 of the first 6 packages here on the catalog say live package. And what that means is that we will take bids up until that live stream. And then while myself and Mr. Sweet are on the show, we will live auction those packages starting with the bid at that time, right? So right now, if the live stream was happening and we were on this first package from the Dundee Wine Weekend, the current bid is at $400. And so I would start it at $400 and we'll live auction that right on the live stream. So that's how you know which things are what you would consider live packages versus what would traditionally be silent packages. The important thing to remember, folks, is everything is available for bidding right now. Okay.
Yeah. And a little different than in years past, all the teacher time and talent is on there, and that is not going to be live just because we only have an hour to be live. In the past,
Exactly.
some of them were on there, but that goes until at least 8:15. So I don't know if you want to explain that closeout process. It's not going to be crazy. No one's going to run and grab the paper or shut down the computer for you. We kind of have a soft closing this week.
Yeah, and I'm gonna dive into that next. Actually, that was a great segue. Thank you so very much. I'm gonna click on a package and let's take a look at it. Let's go ahead. Here's the authentic. Let's go to something sounds like fun here. Well, I've got Langers with Mr. Sweet. Okay, that'll be a good one.
On that. My daughter wants that one.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Pardon me.
No,
Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Move along. I'm going back to it.
Yeah.
Because that is a fun package. That is a really fun package. Okay. So here's what this says, and we're going to read the fine print. You may not be able to read it during the show here, just because I know that we're sharing screen and it's a little bit smaller. I mean, I could take it up and make it all the way bigger, but I don't know that would help you much. So I'm not going to do that. But right up here at the top, it says the bidding ends May 26th at 8:15 p.m. And then there's a note right below it. It says time will be extended by 5 minutes if a bid is received within 5 minutes of closing. Okay. So what that means when you use the term a second ago, soft close, that's a very common term. We call it anti-sniping in the world of things like online bidding in the auction industry. People, when you have a timed close, Abby, sometimes there's people who will write scripts of code that will make them bid the last possible millisecond before an item closes. And we do away with that in the real auction industry by having what we call soft closes. And so this is the way it works. If a package is bid on in the last 5 minutes, it will automatically push that closing time another 5 minutes. So somebody bids at 8:14, it will automatically push that to 8:20. Okay. And why is that valuable? You think, well, it's only 5 minutes, because whoever got outbid, Abby, is going to get an email that says, hey, you've just been outbid, right? And so at that point, you can go ahead and bid again. You only have 5 minutes, but you're going to get that email almost instantaneously. And so there's an opportunity for you to place that next highest bid, right? And so that's the way that works. So, folks, don't think that 8:15 all the fun's over, right? Because it may not be. Pay attention to your phone, your bid paddle, your computer, whatever you're monitoring the auction on, because some items, and it will only be the items that receive those bids. So it's only if somebody bids on this package, then only this package will extend. And that holds true for each of the packages except the live ones. Okay. The other thing we want to encourage you to do, and I want to make sure we explain really well for you, is it says enter a maximum bid. And what that means, Abby, is that you look at this package and you go, hey, this is fantastic. This is a really cool package. The current high bid is $20. The minimum raise, in other words, the least that you can bid, is $25, right? But you look at that package and you look at Mr. Sweet smiling there, and you know how fun Langer's Family Center is, which is an incredible place. People walking around in the ceiling and all that. I just did an event last week that the Langers are involved in. It's a phenomenal property and gorgeous place. And you look, I'd pay a lot more than $25 for that. The value is $100. You can't even put a value on it because Mr. Sweet's there, right? So you look at it and you say, I'd be willing to make a contribution to the school of $200 to make sure my daughter got this package. Okay. And when you do, go ahead and type in your max bid of $200. Now, that doesn't mean you've spent that $200. What it means, Abby, is that the software will bid for you, right? The software, when the bid is at $25 is the next bid, you put in 200, it will show that you have bid 25. Now, somebody comes in and they bid, in this case, 30, it will automatically put you in that 30 position. When somebody bids 35, it will automatically put you in that 35 position, not them. Okay. So it will continue to raise your bid as other people bid against you without you having to get a text or an email or anything like that to tell you that you've been outbid. So it's very convenient. It's very effective. I really, really encourage your audience to use that max bid, and it's incredibly powerful, and it's a great way to enjoy the whole week of bidding. And that's fantastic. So use your max bid, folks. And the nice thing is that we know when we look at this package right now, it looks like Abby is in the lead. The daughter is happy right now, Abby. Okay, but you don't have to tell us, Abby, whether you used the max bid or not, right? You just keep that to yourself. You may have put $1,000 in there. I don't know, right? But the only way to find out, folks, is to start bidding now. Okay, so that's a fun package and a great way to enjoy an afternoon with Mr. Sweet. So that is fantastic, right? So I want to talk next, Abby. You know, when we see the live packages, let's touch on one of those, and let's see what it says about there. This says the bidding will end May 26th at 8:15. The reality is it will end before that, okay? Because the live packages, our show starts at 7. Our run a show calls for us to be done by 8 o'clock. So you want to make sure that you have put in your bids on these packages and then tune into the live stream because I may be asking you to bid right then, and you will want to be able to bid. And so you'll need to be on your computer if you're going to make, there is no bid extension. There is no soft close. When I say sold, it is sold, Abby. So we will close the bidding on my direction on the day of the live stream. Okay. So,
yes, and they're in order of our live show. So that dental package is the first one, and it's a beautiful facility, and there's tons of wine tasting, and it's going to be a super fun weekend for whoever wins that. But that's going to be one of the first packages. So it goes in the order of the catalog. Yeah,
no, that is a fabulous package. It's funny, sometimes I click on the things I want myself. I have to be careful about that. So, but that is a fun package.
Oh, you can bid on it. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. I find most people let me bid. It's great. So, so here we go. Hey, I want to remind folks as we're getting closer to the end here, make sure that you type in that hashtag Make Magic Happen to win the $25 Amazon gift card. We got a comment earlier. Someone else, this one got me a little bit. This is my dad's account, Making Magic Happen. So that's great. I'm not sure who that is, Abby, but if they win, then it's they're a Facebook user, right? So
I think it might be Gavin.
Okay. And this one over here is, I have a mod close to my house too. So hey, folks, if I'm not seeing your name on your Facebook account, it's because you came through the Boones Ferry folks group, and you need to give Facebook permission to use your name with StreamYard. So then I'll start to see your name, just like I did with Jessica when she timed in earlier today. So yeah, these live packages are awesome, Abby. I mean, I'm overly. This is Gavin. He's chimed right in. This is Gavin, Miss Fowles. That's my teacher. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, and she has a teacher time and talent too. So I think she's taking kids to the park or on a hike or something. So we even had some teachers that are the whole K-12 online only. A handful of them donated too. So it's not only current Boones Ferry teachers, but it's our community of teachers is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's so great to see how great the community is down there. Jessica chiming in. I definitely think that is Gavin Yokohama. So yeah. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Let's talk about how we're going to watch the live stream, Abby. And I know that we are fired up about how that's going to work. because what will happen on the day of the show, everybody who has RSVP'd will get a special email from Making Magic Happen. And in that, all they'll have to do is click the button and they will be at the show, if you will. Now, our show starts at 7. I would encourage, give it a click. If you click in a few minutes early, that's ideal. Make sure that you've got a comfortable place. You're watching it on your iPad, your phone, whatever it is, on your computer. Kick it up to your big TV if you want. But everything that you need to do is right on that one screen, which is going to be really handy for folks. They can make a bid. They can see the live stream. And we're going to have a lot of fun on that live stream on Wednesday, the 26th, starting at 7 o'clock. And that's also where we'll do the paddle race for the Pick My Kids program.
Yeah, and whatever name you type in when you register, you choose the name that you want to use. So
right.
So there's no numbers assigned this year. It's your name, and so as you make a bid, your name appears on the screen.
Absolutely. Now, can you assign your name to your spouse's credit card? That's the only question I've got. Just want to make sure that everybody's protected. Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you? For goodness gracious. Yeah. I mean, I always love it when we're in in-person events and somebody takes their spouse's bid card and sits on it. I'm like, no. That's the nice thing about this online environment is just move to another device and log in from there. You're perfect, right? And you don't need to be in the same room even. It's fantastic. But the Pick My Kids program, incredibly worthy. I've seen some of the videos. And what a great cause. And we're going to be funding that for 2 years, and also the data plan on 5 iPads. Is that correct? That's the goal?
Yeah. So teachers are standing all around campus and helping to check kids out. So if it's in the back where the cars are, or Dr. Jensen in the front, and they're just out of the Wi-Fi access for the school. So they need Wi-Fi for all of those to work properly and efficiently. So
okay, fantastic. So that'll be fantastic. That'll be awesome. And then last thing I'm going to show on the screen here that I want to show with the homepage is that if we do have folks who are just want to share it with those family members that don't live in town, don't want to bid on packages that may be awkward to pick up or to receive, things of that nature, and they just want to make a donation to the school, then let's give them that option. And it's right here where it says give. And they have an option. When they click on that, they can give just a straight cash contribution for the school and for the PSS to use as it sees fit. As you mentioned earlier, covers all of the different field trips that happen throughout the year and a lot of things that aren't covered by the school budget. The school will come to the PSS to help with, and that's where those funds come from, right?
Yeah, and it also helps teachers' classrooms too. So if teachers have some project that they want to do and they've used up their classroom budget, they can use it for that. This year was kind of hard with kids at home. They still had to send like crafts and packages and school projects home. And so they did have to spend more money on projects because kids can't share glue sticks or scissors. So they have to send that type of stuff home this year. So money was spent a little differently this year, but still it's for teacher support. And I think that the teachers are super appreciative of it. Yeah.
Well, you've got a tremendous community. So what I love to see is when I see that people have contributed on both sides, right? So, it's real easy. Make a contribution to the things that Abby just referred, helping those teachers out in their classrooms, covering the field trips. So no kid is put in that awkward position of having to go home and ask their parents, or the teacher's not in an awkward position to ask the parents to go in their pocket, especially in this current environment, right, Abby? I mean, there's a lot of people that have done, quite honestly, have done better in this environment because they haven't had to drive to work. They haven't had to have, their Starbucks every morning. But there's a lot of folks that have suffered and a lot of folks that are incredibly challenged right now. And so this is where we come together as a Boones Ferry Primary School community, and we make sure that we protect what we can protect and that we continue to provide that incredible educational opportunity for our children. And those field trips and those special experiences and school projects and different things like that are just invaluable to their learning and their education and their growth. So I hope everybody who's in a position to make a gift we'll consider making a gift in both areas, both on the cash side to support the projects, but also on the Pick My Kid, because as Abby so eloquently said earlier, it's pretty tough to put a value or a price on the safety of our children. And, I know I spent way too much time in the pickup line several years ago before my kids got to the ages that they are. And I would have thought it was pretty cool to have that Pick My Kid app. So you guys got a great opportunity there, Abby, and I hope everybody will support it, and let's cover it, because you only do this every other year, right? Your event.
Yeah.
So this is, I know my good friend Justin Tim has done your event in the past, and he's busy on the farm this year. And so I'm getting to step in and having a great time with you folks. But let's make sure that we get to where we want to get in this environment. So that would be awesome. Yeah. Abby, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm so glad that Gavin did get on, because Ty, his dad, he's the one that made our logo for us, and he did the cover for the website. So he put all those sponsors on. So it's been a huge group effort. So I'm so excited that it's here and that we get to enjoy it now.
It's absolutely. How fun is this, right? This is
I've been bidding all day.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I think that's great, right? And I appreciate that you shared so that people could see who they're bidding against, right? I love that in the school environment. I didn't point it out, but you can look on any individual item and you can see who you're bidding against and get competitive with. And great time to send them a little text and say, hey, I'm going to outbid you, or whatever you're going to do, right? At the end, like I said, folks, every bid raises more money for the school and for these incredible opportunities we have to provide the resources for our kids. And you say, this is Gavin, and that's right, Abby. He says that's right. So thank you, Gavin. I'm hoping, Gavin, I think it's about time for a little giveaway, unless there's something else you want to touch on today, Abby.
Just one. So if you do that max bid, nobody does see that, though, because you were saying people see when you bid, but nobody knows what your max bid is. So yeah,
exactly. No, they do not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only see when their max bid outbids you, then you'll see that they have outbid you, but it will not tell you what their max is. So, roll the dice, right? It's all fun. We call it bidding roulette, right? Run them up. Run them up. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can't do a little giveaway here, and let's take a look at we only have 2 entries, so it's going to be pretty easy. Let's see who's
Gavin, who's the winner.
Yeah, let's see. Here we go. We're going to draw, and all we do is click on this, Abby, and away it goes.
Wait, is Gavin in there?
Well, because his name was not shown.
Oh.
Because his name was not shown. But Jessica Miller is the winner.
Yay.
Way to go, Jessica. And that is fantastic. I'm glad that and Jessica, hey, by the way, thank you so much. This was super informative. And I wanted to share with you folks, and she didn't say that just because she just is the winner, right? She'd actually typed that in before she knew she was the winner. One of the things I want to share is those who've been watching, share with your friends that, hey, this is going to be on the Facebook page, both on the PSS site and on the Boones Ferry folks group, or those, I've got those backwards, I think. But the Facebook user, I think this is Gavin telling Jessica, congratulations. So that's awfully sweet. Thank you so much, Gavin. But this will reside on the Facebook group and on the school's Facebook page. So if you run into friends and they have questions about the auction coming up or not coming up, it's happening now, folks. We're in auction week. And all they have to do is go to the Facebook page and watch the video, and they'll know everything they need to know about making the event successful.
Yeah, and our email is on the bottom of the website. So if you get to the website and you have specific questions, email me and I'll get back to you.
Absolutely. Abby, you're doing a fabulous job. Congratulations to you and your community committee. Thanks. Yeah, and we're gonna raise a lot of money for Boones Ferry Primary School. And I thank everybody for joining us, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the live stream next week when I'm joined by Whitney. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
At Whitney Suite. It will be awesome. So thank you so much, Abby. We'll talk to everybody real soon. Bid high and bid often, everybody.